There is a country in Latin America, let me remember the name of it, where there's like a lot of I guess they don't categorize themselves as Indian, but they are Indian. Let me tell you. I think no, it's not the French Guinea. Let me see. It's a small country and the most of the population, Guyana.
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 I don't know.
Have you heard about that? It's a country in South
Yeah,
America.
yeah, I have heard about it, but maybe it was other British colony, and maybe they were going over there to plant sugarcane
That could
or
be
to
it.
do business.
That could be it. That could be it. Because Gulen, the people look Indian and they dress like with Indian clothes, and some of them wear these thing here in the forehead. And like you have some Hinduism people there. Because a friend of mine, she was from Bangladesh, and her
Hmm.
dad came from Guyana. And I was like, really? And
Okay.
she was like, yeah,
Maybe that's the case. Maybe that's the case. What I'm thinking.
maybe
Maybe
that's the.
Britishers took their forefathers to, plant sugarcane and everything, and some of the Indians might went over there to, to do business and everything. Because that's the case with many. I was reading the history of Uganda, and then I got to know that there were many Indians, but when Idi Amin took the control of Uganda, and then they had to left in different places. So yeah,
That's really
yeah.
sad. I feel like Africa has endured so much, like I don't know why it is. I honestly don't know. And I would like maybe it's political. I don't believe that they're just that poor, because there are poor countries that are not that bad, but Africa is always one thing after the other, Raman.
They
First
have
they're
a lot of
poor.
minerals. They are not. I mean, they can make money like the other Gulf countries are making on the basis of oil and everything. But yeah, I mean, I think political reasons. I don't know. I don't know. I don't
Maybe. I think, I was
know.
having a discussion earlier about how stronger nations sort of choose an enemy, right? Like, okay, we don't like this country. I'm not saying that that is how it's done, but that is how it looks to me, right? That they might say, well, you know
Mm,
what? We don't like this country. So let's attack him,
mm,
right? And they pick on
mm.
something. It could be like the way people live, it could be the religion, whatever they choose, and they make it look so bad. So I think that with Africa, it happened like that, and it continues to happen, right? That there are certain political campaigns that make Africa look like a very bad poor nation, which maybe it is, right? But I don't think that it's because they want to. I think it has a lot to do with the surroundings.
I think the absence of a great leader as well. The absence of a
That's
great
true.
leader as well. Like Nelson Mandela. Nelson Mandela came in South Africa and he led the whole country. He's a great pioneer in himself. I think that is the other reason. Otherwise, I think the North Africa, if I'm not wrong, that is most of the Muslim countries over there, Egypt and other, and the South Africa, I mean the south side, now the middle and everything, that is the countries that are fighting with each other on everything. um so, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
It makes you think. It makes you think a lot, and you're like, it's so
No, but
crazy.
yeah, it happens because I compare India with Africa because we were also colonized. And I always think that why Indian languages survived. Because otherwise, in all the other countries, the colonial country somehow pushed their languages, Spanish and French and, English as well. Why Indian languages survive? Because language in itself is an essential part of culture. Okay.
Mhm.
And then I read the history of India, and then I realized that how religion played a great role, how some of the philosophers and thinkers and revolutionaries came. They used religion and the culture to bind the country together. Otherwise, India in itself, you can say there were different states or different countries in itself, but they came together and then they fought for their independence. So yeah, they survived,
Maybe
and many languages survived. Many languages survived. Right now in India, there are 22 official languages. So
Mhm.
yeah,
So was it a bad time when England conquered India or colonized India? Was it like a lot like a bad time? Did people suffered or it was mostly that they wanted to impose their laws? Normally when you think about colonizing a country, you're like, no, slavery, really bad, mass murderers. Like did this take place in India or it was more like calm?
they are doing colonization because they want to extract the resources and money out of it and take away, and don't want to spend anything on them. I think that in itself explains everything. it's it's not
Mhm.
like they are binding everyone and you know
Like
beating them.
with whips, like you have to
Yeah,
do that.
they're binding
Uh-huh.
some of them who are raising
Mhm.
their voice against them.
Uh-huh.
So yeah,
Uh-huh.
that happens everywhere.
Was it like a good time, or was India better when it was ruled by different kings? What do you think? Or it
I
has
don't know.
both?
It helps in creating the India of today, which is
Hmm.
a big country. uh, was it painful? Yes.
Course, absolutely,
Yeah,
absolutely.
yeah.
But I think that even like the different kingdoms in India, like you said, maintain their traditions, their cultures, and those influence even the current government. Our time. See you next time.